Today is Friday, the 18th day of August 2023. I am George Wenner. I am standing on Anchorage Road at the junction of Anchorage Road and Rue des Stables. And this area has been closed for quite some period of time for this bridge that is under construction. And so it is interesting what is happening because the residents in this community received a missive from the Ministry of Works stating or advising of further road closure come Monday the 21st of August. So this area is Rue des Stables, this area here. Interestingly, for the history, this was a stable area, the stable where they used to house the night soil carts, and a stable for the carts, the tubs in St. John's City. And so hence the name Rue des Stables. And so stay with me as we go on this expedition and we bring you up to date as to what is happening, the plight affecting the residents of this area of Upper Fort Road, the plight facing them in terms of accessibility, accessing their homes with this ongoing road works. So this bridge has been under construction for well over a year, and to date, no reprieve. We have to maneuver ourselves to get over here, which we have done. No reprieve for the residents in this community, and so the traffic had to be diverted going through Yorks for the construction of this bridge on the Anchorage Road. And so we'll make our way to show you what has been happening. Now, rather than bringing this bridge to completion, and obviously that missive from the Ministry of Works, as we can see here, that missive from the Ministry of Works, as you can see on your screen, that went out advising the residents for further roadworks in this area, underscores the fact that public works are way behind schedule. The Ministry of Works are way behind schedule with the completion of this bridge in this waterway. This is an important waterway that takes in water from Upper Gambles, Upper Fort Road, through Yorks, down into the McKinnon Swamp. This bridge is on the Anchorage Main Road, taking the volume of storm water, storm surge from Upper Gambles, Upper Fort Road, through Yorks into the McKinnon Swamp. And it has been under construction for well over a year, way beyond the completion date, yet to be completed. And as you can see, there's much work to be done. However, the Ministry of Works has advised residents in the Crown Gardens community this is the most northerly community in the City East Constituency. City East, the most southerly part of the boundary of City East is Newgate Street. The most northerly is Crown Gardens, which sits button bound with West Indies Oil Compound, the West Indies Oil Company compound. And Crown Gardens is the name as opposed to Jailman Ground, disrespectful as addressed in that communique from the Ministry of Work. They don't even know how to address the people, and that gives you the underpinning of the contempt with which they address and treat with the residents here in the City East constituency. So this is one of the entrances to Friendship Circle, and it is unavailable, it's blocked, access to vehicular traffic is denied. So when we make our way further north over this pile of material, down here is Yorks on the western side of the bypass. That's the bridge looking back on the Anchorage Road to the corner of Anchorage and Fort Road, Bryden, and looking further over to Anchorage Road with the junction of Hopeshead Road, carrying you around to the other side of the oil refinery. So the communication came out that roadworks will be ongoing with APO installing pipes on Monday. How are you, my brother? Good, good. Installing pipes on Monday, cutting off access for a period of time for residents in Crown Gardens. And so residents in Crown Gardens are advised to remove their vehicles before 9 a.m. on Monday the 21st of August, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. because the Antigua Public Utilities Authority, APOA, in conjunction with the Ministry of Works and CO Williams, they'll be running pipes along the Anchorage Road, and this entrance, the lone entrance into Crown Gardens, will not be accessible to vehicular traffic for a great portion of the day. And so individuals will have to make sure they leave their cars out on this main way. But the question is, what if there's a medical emergency for the elderly and those who are at home in Crown Gardens, and the ambulance or some emergency EMS services vehicle will have to take away? Now what you're seeing here coming out, that is nothing unusual for this flow of water to be coming from this end, because what happens, West Indies Oil Company, they flush the irrigation system, and this is just extra water, salt water, running in this drain through this draw, the culvert, makes its way out on this side, joining the water course around the bridge to go back through Yorks, ending up in the McKinnon swamp. So as you can see, this road, this access road, and that's the West Indies Oil, one of the tanks, storage tanks for petroleum products, in the background in Crown Gardens. Now we know many years ago this area was in fact a farm operated by the prison, His Majesty's Prison, Her Majesty back then, now His Majesty's Prison, and the prisoners would farm this area, hence the name Jailman Ground, when the farm was here. But since then the farm has been abandoned, and this area was divided up into housing spots, plots of land for residents in the area, the Upper Fort community, expanding communities, and the area was renamed Crown Gardens. And it will be interesting to see that the Ministry of Works, under the Minister of Works, who appears to know nothing, would have referred to the residents as the residents of Jailman Ground. And that is the disdain and contempt with which the residents of this community are treated. So just to remind you, come Monday, this sole access route to Crown Gardens will be blocked between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. where Ministry of Works, Antigua Public Utilities Authority, and CO Williams will be laying pipes, water mains. And so we have to adjust our lives accordingly, but we're not happy at all with the disdain and the disrespect with which the Ministry of Works are treating the residents of Crown Gardens. George Wenner reporting to you live here on the Anchorage Road, at the junction of Anchorage Road and Crown Gardens, here in St. John's.